another beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Rubbin Minds. Welcome. My name is Ebuka Obiuchi, and it's great to have you here with me. It's great to be back. I know I've been away for over 3 months now, and thank you for keeping faith with the show even while I was away. And of course, a big thank you to Oscar Oyinson for holding the fort here strongly. I'm sure you guys didn't miss me at all, but thank you very much to Oscar for being a great host while I was away. But thank you, like I said, for joining us. We're going to have a great show today. Hopefully, I can get back into the swing of things like we always do. We're going to start off today like we always do with the week that was, looking back at the headlines, the front page, and all the things that caught our attention in the past week. Of course, I have here with me Fisayo Shiyambo. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me. Welcome back. Now a small brother or bigger brother, I don't know.
There's a brother in there somewhere. That's the most important thing. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, Nigeria, there's always a lot of drama. This week seems to be I want to start with the NIA, because I think that's been the biggest news now. I mean, the whistleblowing has become the talk of the town in Nigeria all of a sudden. We're going to talk about that extensively in another segment of the show today, but I want to start with that. The Secretary to the Government has been suspended. The NIA DG as well admitted that Jonathan ordered the release of money. There's just a lot happening with the funds found in Ikoyi, an apartment in Ikoyi, and all of the drama with regards to government officials being involved in this. What's your take on it so far?
The thing is, it's a mess. It's a mess that is extremely difficult to explain. One, the NIA was set up to handle foreign intelligence, by Babangida in 1986. It broke down National Security Organization to DSS to handle domestic intelligence, then military intelligence, and NIA to handle foreign. So what are you doing with funds at a private apartment in Lagos? How is there a relationship with foreign intelligence? There isn't. So it's extremely difficult to explain. The total 3 currencies were found, totaling 13 billion naira. It will surprise you to find out that the budget, 2015 budget of NIA, was a little over 25 billion naira. So you have half the budget of an agency inside a private apartment, and the president is unaware. It's inexplicable. Yeah,
and you begin to wonder, at what point do we, because I mean, this is the second, at least, massive amount of money that's been found so far. We don't know how many more there is out there. The NIDG, of course, hasn't spoken up publicly yet to let us know what this is about, even though he says these were funds that were used for intelligence gathering or whatever the case is. I don't know that a lot of Nigerians have bought that line of thinking, but how many more of these you see happening?
So many more. The revelations we have over the last couple of days show us the extent of the stench in our public offices, public and private. Just that there is more scrutiny of our public life than private. The private sector, I think corruption is more a national problem. I wouldn't want to restrict it to public sector, but there'll be more revelations, because if it's happening with an intelligence agency, you can be shocked. I mean, you shouldn't be shocked when you find out, when you dig deep,
find way more
into the police, into the customs, into various other agencies. So it shows us the extent of stench in our public offices.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave the whistleblowing for now, because like I said, we're going to talk about that extensively much later on the show. But I want to go to President Buhari now. And there's a lot of questions being asked. I mean, for the better part of this year, he was in the United Kingdom receiving treatment. Since he's been back, we can count on one hand how many times we've seen him appear publicly or officially at events. And there's been back-to-back cancellations of the Federal Executive Council meetings. And people are starting to get worried about, what's really happening. How bad is the situation of his health? Side talks about him, okay, maybe he needs to, necessarily go away and properly take care of himself. I don't know what you're feeling about that, because a lot of Nigerians are worried, and rightly so, right?
Yeah, they're worried, but they shouldn't be. The president returned to this country and said he had never been this sick all his life. So we don't expect him to hit the ground running straight away. So it's expected. The good thing is that he's gradually empowering his vice to do more. If you have a strong, able vice president, and the president is still able to, for the better part of it, coordinate the process of governance, I think we are fine.
But is it fair on Nigerians that, I mean, he's going to be 2 years in office in about a month from now. is it fair on Nigerians that at this point we're still talking about hitting the ground running on things? I mean, we know Nigeria, in another year campaigns are going to start, and basically he's going to have been president for 2.5 years and politics takes over again. Yeah. Why shouldn't we be complaining?
We can't excessively complain because he has been elected for 4 years, so, and this is just 2 years. So let's judge Buhari at the end of his 4-year term. I'm not saying we can't raise observations, but we can't get excessively worried, about a situation that we've been aware of since January. So the next thing is, how do we manage it? Empower the vice president more to be more involved, and that's what the president is doing. I keep saying it gets to a point where Buhari himself will know that he can no longer run the presidency, and at that point, if he doesn't come forward to throw in the towel, he will be unfair on himself and on his party. Because Nigerians will come in 2019 and say, oh, we've tested APC and we are not impressed, so where do we go from here?
Speaking of knowing, are you impressed with the way the publicity or his media team has handled all of this? Because there are people who say, okay, if we don't ask questions, nobody ever tells us anything. And even with regards to this back-to-back cancellations of the Federal Executive Council meetings, it looks like nobody wanted to say anything. Shouldn't we know beforehand? I mean, we elected him to serve. And if you can't serve those people who you're supposed to serve, they should know why. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you happy with the way information has been handled?
You can't love this country and be happy with the management of information around the presidency. Even the excuse that was given for the constitution of the first executive council meeting was that there was this holiday we had, so they didn't have enough time. We all knew that holiday was coming for months, so it's no excuse. It's clear the people managing the president are not being truthful. I mean, look at when he returned and said he had never been that sick. People were saying someone said he was as fit as the fiddle. That was what February Additional said. So it's clear that they are trying to hide